Okay, for e-learning this week, like I said in class, is I'm going to assign chapters or lessons 12 and 13 in code.org, and those are continuing on with what we're going to finish up with on Friday, which is chapter 11. We're working on finishing the first project in Unit 3, which is the animated greeting card. So lesson 12. Don't you love when computers are so slow? Lesson 9, we were working on sprite movement. Lesson 10, we're do conditional statements. So if this happens, then we want this to happen, and being able to incorporate those in. And so on lesson 12, it's putting in keyboard inputs. So telling the keyboard which keys are going to make your sprite go up, down, whatever. Um, and then lesson 13 is other forms of input, so making your sprite follow the mouse around the screen and things like that. So it makes your game or your greeting card a little bit more interactive, so that on Monday we can start the animated greeting card and go through the rubric, so you make sure you have all the parts that you need for the greeting card. So here I'm going to just click on lesson 13, the last lesson in that group, and you can kind of see what I've done here. You know, if you look at my screen, it was 3 months ago. I can't remember exactly what it is. So as I run this code that is written over here and click run, you can see what happens with the salt shaker. And so the salt shaker is following my mouse. All right, so you'll be able to, whatever sprite you create, you'll be able to have it follow the mouse around the screen, just so it's turning wherever the mouse is. And then eventually when we get to the second chapter in lesson or unit 3, working for our game, we'll actually be able to drive cars around and spaceships and fire with using different keys on the keyboard or clicking the mouse button to cause it to do different things. So hopefully you're getting a little bit more excited about creating your game, but you got to make sure that you work on lessons 12 and 13 over this weekend, so we can work on those on Monday and Tuesday as we start lesson 14 to create your animated greeting card, which will be due April 12th, which is the Friday that we come back from break. All right, thank you. Have a great weekend.